I'm sure you're wondering what is going on. Amazing things right here on TV3Newday, and that is Sir Ralph, aka Ralph. Play your liner. AKA what? Aha! AKA DJ Tum, AKA what? Black Lion.
Hey, Ghana niye, awa mi tie Black Lion. Tum niye.
Hey, don't go there. And yes, Sir Ralph is a sound engineer. And today he's joined us on the show. As you can clearly see, he is visually impaired, but that is not an impediment at all, to exhibiting his talent, which is what he has shown us on the show today. He'll tell us all about his story and how this career started. But he's not the only one. We also have a social worker here with us. In fact, she has a degree in social work and also a master's in administrative work. Yeah. Right?
Management and administration.
Marketing and administration.
Management.
Oh, management and administration. So that is Nina Okurafo. Okurafo. I'm so sorry I did that to your name, but both of you are welcome. How are you doing?
Very well, thank you.
Happy New Year.
Many happy
returns.
Ralph, but I was expecting more keche. It's like you were now warming up, so I was sitting down waiting for all the keche to happen. But I'm sure you'll give us a bit of that later.
Exactly.
How long have you been a sound engineer?
I guess from 2013.
2013.
From 2013, so
10 years.
Yeah.
About 9 years. Thereabout.
Yeah.
How did you decide, or why did you decide to go into sound engineering?
Well, I'm a keyboardist.
Okay.
And so it happened that I met my boss, and he saw something good in me, and so he said, "No, I have to come wear his shoes." So yeah, we took it from there.
Who's your boss, by the way?
Okay, he's Mr. Albert Oparamensa.
Ah, so
Yep.
he introduced you to sound engineering.
Exactly.
But prior to that, you were a keyboardist.
Yeah.
Who taught you how to play the keyboard?
Well, it was something I had in me, and when I went to a Akropon School for the Blind, I decided to learn as well.
Were you born visually impaired?
No, I lost my sight 6 weeks after birth.
Oh, 6 weeks. So you have no memory of what you even saw in the world at that time?
No, I don't.
Did your parents explain to you what really was the reason why you lost your sight?
They were like, it just came, it just happened. And so.
How easy or difficult was it growing up knowing you could not see what other kids could see?
Personally, I felt it to be something normal. Because, I believed I didn't have any limitations. And clearly I do not have.
You didn't have any limitations at all?
No, I don't believe in any kind of limitations. And,
how were you able to move around then?
I move with, sometimes, there's boats, I move with taxis.
Yeah, but I'm talking about when you were young, because you're talking about the fact that was what you were used to. So how were you able to sort of maneuver the environment that you grew up in?
If you've lived, if you've stayed in an environment for a very long time, you get used to the place, and so you can move around freely, just like you don't really care. You know where you are going, you know where you place your things, you know where you play,
Did you never question God? I believe you're Christian.
I do, I am.
Okay, did you never question God as to why? Because I'm sure you could tell that the other kids were able to play, move about. They probably could tell you some of the things they could see that you couldn't see. Did you not question God about why he chose to not give you vision?
No.
Okay.
Because I didn't believe in any kind of limitation or any form of limitation. So I don't know why I have to question him.
Okay. Nina, what about you? Were you born visually impaired?
No, I wasn't.
At what age did you lose your sight?
I lost my sight at age 12.
Age 12?
Yes.
So prior to that, you could see everything clearly?
Everything.
What led to you losing your sight?
So the doctors tell me there's some form of obstruction on my optic nerves. Okay. And so the eyes can see, but can't transmit what it's seeing to the brain.
Oh.
Yes. And so it's picture a stone on a rubber hose. That is what is preventing me from seeing. So we just need to take off the stone, and then the water will flow. That is, the eyes would see.
And nothing could have been done at that time when it happened?
As the evidence on the pink sheet is, I still can't see.
Clearly not.
Yeah. We tried, different surgeries, different hospitals, different doctors, but yeah, we're still here.
At age 12, did you have an idea what was really happening to you?
I think I knew it, but in my mind I could still see, because I can see anyway. I was still running about and everything.
When you say you can see, hold on. You say you can see anyway.
Yeah.
And
Well,
you could
we
still
see in our minds, not just what your eye sees. You can see it. I mean, even with you, right? Someone can be standing in front of you and be waving at you. But if your mind is not there,
yeah,
you will not realize what you are seeing.
Oh.
So it's the same way.
So that's
I
what
could
you mean
see
by
in my mind, but the eyes can chooses not to see, no problem.
So in
Life
your
moves on.
I like how you're very, you know, I won't say happy, but still very, well, let's just move on. But what I'm asking you is, if you say you can see in your mind, what can you see at the moment? What do you see?
So because I have seen before, I have an idea. I mean, I know what people look like.
Yeah.
I know what, things all around me look like. I may not be able to tell exact details, but I know what sight it looks like.
Okay.
And so I use that to connect to what is happening around me. And that's how I get by.
You've never had a bad day where you're asking questions
Oh, I have.
about your sight and why,
I have.
especially in your case where you're saying that it can be fixed.
Yeah, it can be fixed. And I've had those times, but why cry over spilled milk? When it does happen, it will happen. But in the meantime, we have to move on.
Okay.
No wasting time.
So how are you able to move about? Do you have support from people? Do you do it yourself?
So mostly when I have to travel, I do my Uber and Bolt.
Okay.
On very rare occasions, I use the white cane. I know
Okay.
I have to be using it more often, but it's Ghana wide for white canes and blind people. It's simply not safe enough.
It's not safe. Why
No,
do you
it's
say it's
not.
not safe?
Oh, with open drains and unexpected, curbs everywhere and parked cars on side of streets, and they'll be there for ages.
Yeah.
Things are where they're not supposed to be ordinarily, and so you're just not safe walking about on your own, even with a white cane.
So do you always need someone to accompany you when you're going somewhere?
It depends on where I'm going. If I'm not familiar with where I'm going,
Yeah.
I need someone. Otherwise, I just need someone to meet me at the other end.
Don't you get worried sometimes when you jump into an Uber? And maybe DJ Tuntu, you can also respond to this. But yeah, tell me first, Nina. When you jump into an Uber, sometimes they can tell that, okay, this person is visually impaired. Are you not worried sometimes that anything could happen along the way?
Well, first, I surrender to God and allow Him to do His own thing. But then I use my Google Maps, and since I know where I'm going, I know where He's supposed to turn. And when He doesn't, I hold Him accountable to it.
Has it ever happened before?
Oh, yes. Even this morning.
He took a different turn?
Yes.
And what did you say to him?
I kept telling him, you need to follow my map. I am your customer.
Okay.
You don't take me where I don't know where you're taking me.
Could he tell that you could not see?
I don't know.
Okay, maybe he couldn't. He was probably trying to dodge traffic or use another route that
to
he's
increase
familiar
the
with.
fare.
What about you, DJ Tuntum? I mean, you say you use Bolt, you use Uber and all those other ones. Sometimes don't you get worried that some people might try to take advantage of you?
No. As Nina said, you just step in and leave the rest to God. But sometimes too, you have to be a bit, cautious. But
exactly.
I don't really, I don't think about such things as, no, I don't.
Not at all.
No, not at all.
When you were growing up, did you go to regular schools or you had to go to a School of the Blind?
Yes, I started with a regular school.
Okay.
I started with Hanson Road SDA.
Where was that? In Accra?
Yeah.
Okay.
Arena. Yeah, I started way back in the 90s, I think, early 90s.
How are you managing in school?
Well, it wasn't that easy, but my guys were cool.
When you say your guys, who?
My friends back then.
Friends in school?
Yeah, they were cool.
But if the teacher is writing on the blackboard, in your case...
Yes, I have a separate teacher at that time.
Oh.
I had one man who gives me Braille and everything. Yeah, so I was okay until I decided to go to a Cropon School for the Blind.
Okay. What about you, Nina? So, because by age 12, you probably were in what, Form 1?
Yes. Just at the verge of Form 1, and the site decides to go away. And so we go through the medical thing and everything, and the doctors keep saying, the site will come back. So while we wait for it, Mom says, go back to the sighted school. We were at Medina, Hannah School Complex. So I go back to sighted school, and my mates are like a year ahead of me. And I'm there feeling all depressed because these are my friends. And now I have to be behind them, and I can't see what they're writing on the board anyway. And so the teachers call my mom and say, take her to the school for the blind. And Mom is in denial. No, my daughter is not blind. She's not blind.
Aww.
But when she breaches the subject to me, I'm like, yes, take me to school for the blind. At least there I can read and write like everyone else, and I can catch up with my mates. I needed to catch up. I felt I was being left behind. I needed to catch up.
So you did eventually?
I did. I went to school for the blind, and this is me thinking I was the only young girl who is blind.
Oh.
Yes.
Until you got there?
Until I got there. I thought blind people were all very old and begging on the streets. And I go to school for the blind, and I see much younger people than myself. And people my age, and those who were born blind, and those who lost their sight along the line, and I felt very comfortable.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that's, I mean, the rest is history.
You found a community that, what, accepted you more?
Yes, and a support system in Ghana Blind Union too, because then you have older people who have gone through the system, who have done the Braille, accessible formats thing and everything, and they know how to help you go through the system.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But you've gone all the way to your master's level, and for degree you studied where? University of Ghana?
Yes.
And the system was enough to accommodate people like you?
I think University of Ghana is actually the best in Ghana.
I see.
University of Ghana.
Hey, go you.
Premier.
What about you, DJ Tutu? Were you also at University of Ghana?
Yeah.
Okay. So what did you also study?
I did social work as well.
Ah. So you both work together?
Yeah.
Sometimes?
Oh, yeah, sometimes.
Okay, sometimes. Well, let's play some more music, shall we? So this time, give me all your skills. Let's see what you can do.
Okay.
Are you ready?
Okay.
Okay, let's see what you can do. Hey, you have to clear your throat, eh? Okay, so that's DJ Tuntum, by the way. And he's going to play us some music. I mean, so how were you able to, figure your way out on the machine as a DJ? Because there are lots of things that you people press, move around just to move to the next song, to select which song you want.
Well, it's very simple. It's all by the help of your assistive device.
Okay.
That happens to be with the speech software.
Ah.
And yes, for example, I use Virtual DJ 2021.
Okay.
And I have a script for it.
You have a script for it?
Yeah.
Who develops the script?
Oh, it's a script online. You just
Okay.
just go online, you download it, and it works.
But like a regular DJ will look on the machine and select a song. For you, how do you select the song? You listen?
Yeah.
Okay. Interesting. But
So I can decide to break the screen and I'll still work.
you still work, you still make money, eh? What's your favorite music genre? Is it high life? Is it...
Okay, I love hip life, in fact.
Hey, who's your favorite hip life artist?
I'll go for my boss, Reggie.
Reggie Rockstone?
Yep.
He's your boss?
Yeah, that's how I call him.
Ah, okay. Why him though?
Well, I love the way he does his things, and that's all. I mean...
Yeah, that's why.
Yeah.
Now you have to find one Reggie Rockstone song to play for us before we go. But Nina, quick one. What can corporate Ghana do, or do you think they've done enough to support persons with disability?
I think corporate Ghana is warming up to the idea of supporting persons with visual impairments. We're not there yet. I think some of the things they can do is employ more.
Okay.
Employ persons with visual impairment because we can work. We can work with a computer. I mean, I'm a very, very fast typist. I do everything administrative
Okay.
A lot of people, I mean, write all the reports, do all the analysis and things like that. We use Microsoft Office tools, PDF, all those things.
Yeah.
Receive mails and send mails and things like that. So we can work, and we need corporate Ghana to trust us to do that. At least give us the opportunity to even intern, and then you'll know what we can do, and we can move on from there.
But so far, you don't see that happening much?
Not enough. Not nearly enough.
I see. Well, Corporate Ghana, I hope you're watching and listening, because Nina says that give them the opportunity. They can also do equal work like the rest of us. Maybe even better. You never know. And she's actually a good swimmer as well. Yeah. Oh, she's learning, which is rich. And now a good dancer, because the way she was moving, I could tell that she's a good dancer. But what about you, DJ Tuntu? So, I mean, I'm listening to the way you talk, and I can tell that you have a flair for radio, especially. Have you ever considered getting on radio, doing something official there?
Oh, actually, I'm a radio presenter.
Oh, you are? Okay. So you see, I could tell. Tell me about it. Where do you play?
Well, I don't think this happens to be a prophecy, though.
Oh, it is. Michelle, come. Hey. So which radio station?
Yes, I worked with Vision 1, 93.5 FM, way back, I think, from 2015 to 2017.
Okay.
I did Roots Rock Reggae. Yes, and so that was why I have Black Lion. In fact, that happens to be my showbiz name. I did reggae from 2015 to 2017 when I left Vision 1 FM.
I see. That's where you got Black Lion from.
Yes.
So you owe us 2 songs now, one from Reggie Rockstone and one reggae song. So we can use that to wrap up. But what would you also say to not just the corporate world, but Ghanaians in general? Because I believe that now, for some reason, it's subsided in terms of, you know, people making fun and not necessarily understanding what it's like to be visually impaired. But what would you say to people to better understand?
Personally, I think I saw a write-up somewhere. Was it, I mean, ability and disability? I was like, wow, that's good. Because this is what I've been saying every day. Whenever you're getting married, I don't think you look for the outer beauty. And you know, the problem with most people is that we look out for the outer beauty, and that's where we always have problems. But you look for the you within you.
You look for the you within you.
Exactly,
like that.
And that's what works. So you look at what the person can do. You look at, how the person is able to work.
Yeah.
You give the person that chance, and that's it.
And that's it. Yeah. Look for the you within you. So,
Exactly.
So have you found the love of your life yet?
We'll talk about that later. Yeah.
You have? Is that person close by?
What?
Is that person close by?
Yeah, she's watching.
She's watching. You want to say hi to her? Asembeba. Okay, Nina.
Yes.
Maybe you are bold enough to mention base name and say hi.
No, not yet.
Onye.
Debbie.
Why are you stopping Nina from speaking her truth? What's your problem?
Debbie.
Why are you hating? Nina, so you're also in a relationship? Are you married?
No, I'm not married.
Oh, but you are in a relationship?
No, not yet.
What are you waiting for, my dear?
I'm still looking for
he
the
says
one.
hair. What does he know that's...
How?
I'm still looking for the one. Yeah. The one who would understand me for me.
Yeah.
And not feel that he's coming for me. Let's say he's sighted.
Yeah.
He won't feel that he's coming for me because he has eyes and I don't.
You don't want someone to feel sorry for you?
Not at all.
Have you had people coming around you and making you feel that way?
I won't even give you that chance to make me feel sorry for myself.
Yeah. I see. Olivia, I'm told you're actually married with a child. Is that true? DJ Tuntum.
Who?
Are you married with a child?
Oh, well, I have a daughter, but
nice.
Yeah, I'm not
I
married.
see. Anyway, well, I guess time is up. We have to go. I wish we could keep talking. I know, right? I wish we should do this again, Nina. What do you say?
We barely scratched the surface.
We did. Don't worry, we'll do a part 2 of this.
Okay.
Unfortunately. Unless, Harriet, you give us time. Which is which?
Time, please.
Okay, we have some more time.
Yay.
Okay, there's more time.
Yes.
You're saying we barely scratched the surface. There's something you want to talk about. Tell me.
I want to talk about blind children going to school.
Okay.
And the amount of limited resources and opportunities they have to grow just like other children. I was able to go to school because I got a lot of educational material in accessible formats. But that's the main thing, right? Accessible formats. We go to school and they give us textbooks, printed textbooks. And I'm wondering, what is this going to do for me?
Yeah.
I need it either in Braille, if I'm a very good Braille reader. I need it in large print, if I have low vision.
Yeah.
I need it in electronic formats, so I can read with my computer. And these are the different ways. And that's why, for me, school meant so much when I went to the University of Ghana. I felt so comfortable. I didn't have to be buying Braille sheets, which are so expensive, by the way, and, you know, all these Braille equipment. But I could just use my laptop, a normal laptop like Tuntun is using.
Okay.
I only use a screen reader. And I could type all my work, print it out. And I was just at par with every other student on campus. I felt so empowered. And this is the kind of empowerment we want. So you don't leave anyone behind. So these are the kind of things, once you nurture the blind children from scratch, you are sure that the end product, that's the graduate, can work in the corporate space or in the government world.
Definitely.
That's what we're looking for.
That's all you're looking for.
Yeah.
Did you have all these materials available at Ekropon School of the Blind, or were you short of supplies?
From Ekropon School for the Blind, you know, that's a public school. And you know what public school means. A little was there. I mean, a lot of NGOs and corporate Ghana did support, but of course it wasn't enough. And so you need to make your own way. Family helps, you know. But as you go on, you tend to make your own space and find what works for you.
Definitely.
Yeah, but not all students will be able to get that kind of opportunity.
Like you said, in your case, you came from a family that could at least provide something for you. What about those who don't have at all? What happens to them?
Very good question.
It is well. It is well. And I do hope that not just corporate entities, but the government of Ghana is also watching
Absolutely.
and listening.
Yes.
So they can make the environment friendly
Yes.
for persons with disability and, of course, for people with low vision or people who are visually impaired. Now, from what I know, I think you can still see just a bit, right?
Just a bit.
So you can see, what am I doing at the moment?
You're waving.
I'm
I
waving.
can see that much.
So your sight is not gone completely?
No. So what I have is residual vision.
Okay.
You know, like you draw a picture and then you wipe some off. So there's an impression of what was there on the paper, and that's kind of what I can see.
So you can't really see my face.
No, I can't tell.
But you can see maybe a silhouette of me.
Yeah, sure.
Okay.
I can read very large, bold prints.
Oh.
If I try hard.
Okay.
But I don't want to try hard because I don't know why it would be so necessary for me to. That's why we want. If there's something I really need to read, send it to me on my phone. I can read it.
Okay.
If I need to type, I type back.
Yeah.
But I don't need to force too hard to see because it's quote unquote seeing is normal. I don't think seeing should be normal because I can't see.
You don't think seeing should be normal because you can't see?
No, I don't think those who can see must insist that if you can't see, then you're not normal.
Okay.
Just to rephrase it.
Yeah.
So because I can't see, I'm not abnormal. The same way someone who can't hear, in fact, they even think we are deaf because they do their sign language and we don't understand what they're doing.
Yeah.
So no one defines what is normal.
Yeah.
Because you are not in their space.
Yeah, definitely.
And that's why we call for, social inclusion. Do it in a way that it includes everybody, regardless.
Yeah.
And then it's easier.
Definitely.
Once you start thinking about social inclusion from the beginning, it's easier to inculcate everybody. But you put up the building without staircases, without ramps, and you now realize, we had to do it. You have to break things down to fix them in.
Yeah.
Once you do it from the beginning, it's cheaper.
Definitely.
That's what we're calling for. Social inclusion.
That's all we're calling for. Social inclusion. And Seraph, what does the world look like for you?
Oh, well, to me, it's all about how you want the world to look like. Okay? So you create your own world.
Okay.
Yes. So Everything is beautiful.
Everything is beautiful?
Beautiful.
What colors are you seeing?
Oh, you know, you see colors, I see fire.
Hey, okay. I see colors, you see fire.
That's it.
Interesting. On that note, we'll wrap up here. Thank you so much, both of you.
Thank you.
Okay.
And I do hope that, I mean, constantly we talk to people who share their plight, and we hope that things will be done about it. They come back again and they talk about the same thing. I hope things will change this time around, especially Corporates Ghana as well. And so thank you. Thank you so much. Eric from Olam, good morning to you. I know you're watching. And so let's see what you can also do to support the community. Nina has been my guest. So Nina Okrafor and Sir Ralph, a.k.a. There's another a.k.a. Then you add that one too.
All right. Tibusi buhu me ya woden akame bodam. After show go find the same picture Amsterdam. Intin krana mo ya sen ya buru 21 inti wona ba na sen I'm sure say Ghana fans. Yo Ghanaians, this your boy Awa man. I'm listening to Black Lion.
Hey, okay.
Okay, so
Are you ready with the songs I requested?
since you were okay, so since we're going,
Whatever
let's do
you
the
have,
reggae.
yes. Take
Yeah,
us
let's do the reggae and go.
Okay,
So taking you back to my radio days. Okay, so Rastafari, this is the Black Lion, doing it big and large inside TV3. You don't know. Reggae music here never ever done. Reggae music taking over. And this is Robert Nesta Marley. Easy.
Hey!